Hi everyone and welcome to another video. This will be part 2 of my vegan dessert series, where I'll be making a walnut brownie. Because I baked it in a round cake pan, it didn't quite look like a brownie, so I decided to mainly show pictures of after I cut it. If you prefer cakey brownies, then this is the recipe for you, as the texture is light and fluffy instead of rich and dense. But it's still very chocolatey, which is something I made sure of because it's my favourite flavour. Whenever I have to pick a dessert, without fail, I'll always go for the chocolate one. For the series, I tried to make all the recipes as healthy and inclusive as possible without sacrificing any of the flavour, so they're all still pretty sweet. Before we get started, I hope you enjoy the series and the recipes to come. What you'll need for this recipe is 1 cup of oats blended into a fine flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda as a raising agent, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 6 Medjool Dates with the pits removed, 3/4 cup of almond milk, I used unsweetened, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, this is the type of sweetener I used instead of sugar, and lastly chopped walnuts to top the brownie with later. As I said before, for the series I tried to make the recipes as healthy and inclusive as possible, so there aren't any refined grains, sugars or oils. Add all the ingredients to the blender except the walnuts, which will be added later. The blender I used was a bit small for the recipe, so make sure your container is over 750 ml, so there's no chance that it overflows. Blend everything on high for 10 to 15 seconds until the batter is smooth and fully incorporated. Make sure to preheat your oven to 180 degrees and line a pan with baking paper. I used a round pan, which I said earlier made it look more like a cake, so I would recommend using a small square pan. Then using a spatula, pour the batter out into a pan, evenly spreading the mixture. Lastly, sprinkle some chopped walnuts on top of the mixture, pressing them slightly into the batter. After your oven is fully preheated, bake the brownie for 25 to 30 minutes, or until you can insert a utensil into it and it comes out clean. This is a method I've used countless times before. After the brownie is baked, make sure you leave plenty of time for it to cool completely. I left it for about 10 to 15 minutes before cutting and serving it. This ensures that when you do cut into it, you're able to get cleaner slices without the brownie getting squished from being too hot or not firm enough. I know it's really hard to wait, but trust me, having the patience is really worth it when it comes to presentation. Before, I'd always be really quick about serving and eating what I've made, but it would never look as good. As you can see from the finished product, the recipe makes a light and fluffy brownie that is perfect for a snack, gathering, or even just if you're feeling a little blue and need something chocolate. I personally devoured these in one sitting with my sister. Thank you for watching me make a vegan walnut brownie. I really enjoyed testing the different ways to make this recipe and finally perfecting something that I can be proud of. Being able to put it all together into a video to share with you is an amazing feeling, and I hope this video is a strong start to this series. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to see more healthy recipes in the future. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next video.